for this evening. I'm Steph Sullivan, based in Cobham in Surrey, and I work here with my husband, Mark Sullivan. Our speaker tonight, known for many, many years, and I'm not going to take any of his time because there's a lot. I know he's got a lot to share with us, and I know it's going to be a huge benefit for everybody that's here listening in. So our speaker tonight is Ian Harvey. So I'm going to read Ian's bio for you. So Ian has been associated with Manatech both in corporate and as an associate for over 24 years. So that is a lot of amber toes, I was thinking. He's proud to have been mentored by one of the top motivational speakers in the world, Mr. Les Brown. And if you don't know Mr. Les Brown, then find his TDs, find his work. He's incredible. And also mentored by Brian Tracy. So Ian made a decision to build an associate business last year for his retirement fund and has already achieved presidential director. He has a laser focus to achieve platinum presidential by December 2024. This December, he puts his success down to a couple of things. 1, laser focus. 2, building a strong belief within his team that you can have anything that you want if your why is strong enough. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would say get your pens at the ready and let's give a huge virtual Zoom welcome from everywhere around the world to our speaker tonight, Mr. Ian Harvey. Thank you, Ian. Over to you.
Thanks, Steph, and thanks everyone for joining us tonight. I get quite excited. So as I get excited, I can go faster and in nearly as fast as Luciano, but not quite that fast, but not far off his pace. So if you find me galloping, just put your hand up and we'll put the brake on a bit and we'll slow it down because this business excites me. So first of all, I'm going to quickly share how I got involved with Manatech. Some people know, some people don't. And, a lot of people ask me, well, do I have to know much about nutrition to be able to join this business? Well, let me just tell you this. I knew nothing about nutrition at all. And how I actually got involved is these people kept ringing me up and saying, hey, you need to come look at this business opportunity. And I'm like, no, it's okay. They did it 3 times. And then on the 4th time, I felt that they're a nuisance. They're telling me these products are amazing. They'll do this, they'll do that. And at the time, I did have a quite serious health challenge. And I spoke to my consultant who said they won't work. So it's like, okay. So I went to prove them wrong. I went to prove that this would not work. That was it. And so I drove to this meeting. I already had my agenda in my head. And I got in there and I started to meet people. And they were like saying, yeah, this happened to me. This was the product, my wellness, and also showing checks. So what I decided to do, I decided to take the product for 1 month. And at the end of the month, I was going to tell everyone, this doesn't work. It's no good. The challenge is I never got to have that conversation. And the reason I didn't get to have the conversation was the product worked. So I never got to 28 days. The product worked. And then I start thinking, oh, I must be sick now, so I've got no symptoms, And for me, it was absolutely life-changing. And I then decided to travel the world and tell everyone about Manatech. That's what I did, and for the last 20 odd years, as Steph says, I must have had, I don't know, tons of amber toast going inside me. But the great news is that every day I wake up and I'm pumped. Every day I feel fantastic. Every day I think my wellness program is there. So if you're looking at this business for the first time, you've only just joined us, as I understand it's our associate training. If you've just joined us, you know nothing about nutrition, congratulations. You don't need to be a doctor. You don't need to be a doctor. In fact, be the opposite, because Manatech supplies everything we need for people to look at, to view, and all that sort of thing. So my advice is try your hardest not to become a doctor, because as soon as you become a doctor, you're going to struggle, because people don't need to be doctors. And so it's a fantastic opportunity. That's how I got involved with it. And for me, it is like a drug. And the drug is you can't give it up. It's fantastic. But every day someone tells me my life was changed, my wellness has improved. It's absolutely incredible. And the other thing you need to do in this business is have fun. Most people are just too miserable. They're really too miserable, and I don't have time. You see, I had a health challenge, and I have a great wellness program now. So I always look back and think, oh, I'm not going back there. I'm just so grateful for these products. And I think, if you take them for the first time, the one thing I will say is become a product of the product. Take these products because you'll have so much conviction and passion and enthusiasm when you're talking to other people because you've tried the product and you'll get the result. There's no doubt about it. So anyways, that's how I got into business. Now, a lot of people say, what you need to do is you need to think outside the box to build this business. If anyone tells you think outside the box to build this business, run a mile. And the reason being is people tell me, hey, you should think outside the box. Well, I have had a body scan from top to bottom. I can guarantee to you there is no box inside me. I can't change the box. I can't think outside the box because I don't have a box. So it's like when people say that to you, what they should be saying really is think inside the box being your mind. Yeah. So rather than constantly running away, thinking outside the box, put the brake on, start looking within. I'm just going to talk about some points that always come up all the time. And I'm going to give some ideas how I generally answer them. What is really, really important is that after this call, you go back to the person who brought you into the business and have a discussion about any points you want to discuss with them. But don't just steamroll ahead and say, that's it, I'm going down this route. You need to be part of your team's strategy. And these are just suggestive ideas. The first thing I would ask you is the first thing people say to me. Now, I actually preempt questions, by the way. A lot of people, when they're doing these presentations, they're like, I can see them curling up. Please don't ask me any questions. Please don't, please don't. As soon as they do, they're like, oh, you're asking me questions. Okay, people are going to ask you questions. We know what questions they're going to ask. So the best thing to do is to give them the answers before they ask the question. And that's what I've always done. It's always been very, very successful for me. So the first one is I always say to people, I tell everyone, go to your friends, family, neighbors, aunts, uncles, go to the people who you best like, who you have a real big heart for, and talk to them about these products. Now, I know you're probably feeling pretty nervous at the moment because you're probably feeling, well, it's okay. And people say to me over the years, Ian, if I go and do this and then the product doesn't work for them, I'm in a difficult situation, aren't I? And in most cases, the answer is yes, you are. With Manatech, you're not. Because Manatech offers a 90-day guarantee, satisfaction guarantee throughout Europe. So that means you can go and talk to these people who you care for the most with the knowledge that, hey, if they didn't like it, they can have their money back. It's not going to leave me in an awkward situation. And that is so powerful because if you go down the high street in the UK and you say in the health food store, oh, can I try this product? And by the way, if I'm not happy with it, can I have my money back? Well, what they'll actually say to you is, I think we need to sell you another product for your head because they are not going to give you their money back. You crack the seal, it's yours. And that is a really, really big point with Manatech is you don't have to worry you talk to. You just don't have to worry because anyone can claim on the satisfaction guarantee. Saying that, the amount of returns we have is like minuscule because people have told me in the past, they've said to me, I took the product and I was going to return the empty bottles for a refund. However, I feel so well on these products, I'm now going on a subscription order. That happened a lot to me. And it's what happened to me. I went to disprove the product didn't work. And I couldn't. It worked. So that's the first one. Now, the other one is how much does it cost? So, a lot of people shut away from this because people say, how much does it cost? It's like £120. How much does it cost? £120. And people don't want to show how much it is. And then people say £120. As soon as you say any big figure like that, people will say, I can't afford it. They say, I can't afford this product. Now, if you go down the high street, especially in the UK, you will find a few, I can't tell the name of the company, but you'll find a few coffee shops and they're to do with stars, and they give you an odd book here, think together, you know. Anyway, these stores are out there. And if you go there, they don't actually say to you, hey, would you like a cup of coffee? It's going to cost you £143 a month, because that's how much it costs if you have one medium latte every day. So over £4 a cup. But they don't say, hey, yeah, come on in. It's going to cost you over £130. They say it's going to cost you £4. You say that's fine. But when we actually sell our products, we actually we seem like we have the need to say, oh, it's going to cost you £100. Shut us down. You've just lost the deal. What I always say to people when they say, you're probably wondering how much this costs. Yes, I am. Okay. For most people, it's less than a cappuccino a day. Okay, that's fine. Carry on. So you've taken away all the big fear of like how much it's going to cost. Address it head on. And that is the reality is, here's what I did a calculation on. When I first got involved with Manatech, which is many, many years ago, I used to say people, it's less than a cappuccino and a sandwich from this store. Because of the actual price increase that's been going on over the years, we no longer have to use the sandwich. All we have to say is, for most people, it's less than a drink a day, less than a latte a day. So in theory, our products come down in comparison to what's out there on the high street. But, you know, don't scare the life out of people. Just say to them, hey, for most people, less than a cappuccino a day. Yeah, that's fine. You get on with the presentation. By the time you got to the end of the presentation, they're not going to bother. They want this product. So it's like, yeah, let's get it done. Another one that comes up quite a lot is, how much will I earn? And that's quite a good one, because it is a good one. And I always say to people, you're probably going to ask me, how much am I going to earn? Well, the reality is, I don't know. And that's exactly what I tell people. I don't know. And the reason I don't know is because of this. Let's assume that this product gets sold, and let's say, for example, to make it easy, you earn £10. So have you earned £10 on that order? Definitely not. And the reason you haven't earned £10 on this order is because the majority of our customers go on subscription order, which means they have this product month after month after month. And a huge amount of people 10 years later are still taking this product. But if you just think, this product went out for the first time, you earned £10. The next time it went out, you want another £10 and another £10 and another £10. So this one product, actually, how much can it earn you? It can earn you hundreds, if not thousands of pounds. It's an absolutely incredible. And so that's one product. Imagine if you had 2, 3, and 4. It'd be absolutely incredible. So when people ask you, you know, the question, how much are you going to earn? I say, I don't really know. I can't tell you. Because, and then talk to them about the subscription program. My favorite is social selling. We are social selling. That's actually what we do. A lot of people have no idea what social selling is, even though we're involved in it. And the best way I can describe this to you is, I want you to imagine that you go and watch a movie. I think at the moment, if I get it right, there's a big one out there called Barbie. So there's a movie out there called Barbie. I think it's a guy in there called Ken. Barbie and Ken. I think that's the movie out there. I don't watch it, but I believe it is. So listen, you go and watch this movie and you're blown away by it. And you come out, you tell all your friends, aunties, uncles, nephews, uncles, you've got to go and see this movie. It's incredible. It's amazing. And all these people go and watch the movie. You fill up the cinema for someone else, and they all watch the movie. They come out and do the same. They tell everyone, you should go and see this movie. So from you going and seeing the movie, telling all your friends who went to the movie, told their friends, you probably generated hundreds of people going to watch this movie. Now, you might say, well, what on earth has that got to do with Manatech? Well, it's got quite a lot, because it's very similar. In Manatech, we say to people, hey, try this product. People try the product and they get a good result. They go and tell other people, hey, you should try this product. Hey, you should try this product. The big difference is in the cinema, you can have hundreds of people go and you won't get paid one single p at all. With Manatech, it's the same process, apart from every time someone actually takes the product and they tell other people about it, you're getting paid. So it's absolutely phenomenal. So this like social selling is you don't have to run from it. You really don't have to run from it. What you have to do is you have to embrace it and say, okay, I understand it now. I understand how it works. And you going to watch Barbie and Ken. I think it's a good movie. Mr. Barlick's told me he went about 10 times to watch it. So there must be something good in this movie. But the reality is you go and watch one movie, you can then encourage hundreds of people to go and watch it. You get one person to take the product with exactly the same business model every single time you get paid. And it's important to understand these little things because they help you. They help you build your business. Now, I'm going to talk about popcorn next, which is like another like off the wall. You'll find out that I tell a lot of stories. And the reason I actually share stories is because people remember. If I can just sit here and say, a typical English person, oh, how now, brown cow, yes, you can get products off my set. People are, oh, yeah, okay. Wake me up when you're finished. The reality is tell stories, let people understand what it is. We don't need to get technical in any aspect of this business at all. So now I'm going to talk about popcorn. I don't know if anyone's ever had popcorn, but if you have popcorn, you can buy these bags and you put it in the microwave. Now you put it in the microwave for about 3 minutes, and after 3 minutes, you open the bag and you've got popcorn. But it all started off a little piece of corn. However, if you put popcorn in your microwave and you open the door while it's cooking and shut the door, let it carry on, do that a couple of times, at the end, you'll have no popcorn because it needs the heat on it for 3 minutes. So it's got to heat. The reason I share this with you is this is what most people do with their business. They have a bit of a run and they open the door and it goes cold. They do a bit more and it goes cold. What you have to do is you have to become consistent in keeping on. I think the biggest downfall that happens in this industry, if we actually go and speak to a couple of people and put some adverts out there and 2 or 3 people say, yes, then we stop the machine, we stop the filter. Because say, hey, I've got 2 people now, so that's fine. Well, what's going to happen when you develop those 2 people? What's going to happen if those 2 people say, I changed my mind? Then you've got to get back out there and get the whole machine working again. The idea is you keep going, you keep going. I must put out 30 to 50 different advertisements each week. Do I get 30 to 50 people back? Absolutely not. But I get some, and sometimes I don't get any. And there's so many platforms out there, because you might think, for example, for my market, it's out there in, I've got Korea, I've got Australia, I've got America, I've got Europe, where there's all active people in there. I need to be able to support them while I'm sleeping, and so do you. So what I would suggest you do is have a look at some of the programs out there that you can use. I'm going to try and share one with you right now, actually, just to give you a bit of an insight. Now, this is not a training on these platforms. I just want to give you an insight to how easy it really is. So let me just have a look. Here we go. If it's online, we're doing well. Yes. So this one's called StreamYard. This is my favorite. Now, you can record all your own programs. You can actually have live streaming on it. You can have recording on it, and you can do live webinars. But here's the difference. If you look in my library of ones we've previously done, okay, you can load into here whatever you want to load into it. So these first couple are AIs. You've probably seen me use them so many times. And this one is a new video being promoted, which is look good, feel good, etc. So let's say we want to program this one here. So you might say, I want it to go out at midnight. That'd be ideal time. Here we go. So we just open it up. Just turn that off for now. Just have to move a few people. We've got the whole block here. Okay, so now we've got this video. We've done nothing with it. All you simply do is go up to the buttons in the top corner, and it's schedule live streaming. And I can add up to 10 platforms here in one go. So I could choose the whole lot plus more. There's Twitter, there's LinkedIn, YouTube. So we'll just go for a couple of them, for example, and it's going to say, what time do you want it for? I want it to go out for my team in America, so we're going to have it for like later on in the day. Let's go for 2100 hours, and that's 50. That's fine. Then put a couple of messages in the boxes here. I've got to move you all again now because you're all where I need to be. 1 second. Okay, and then we just simply go, here we go, let's go live with it. And now you'll see that that meeting is now ready to go, and it's going to go at 21:50. And so we don't have to do anything else now. At 21:50, that advert is going to play. And you can do as many as you want to. I'll just show you one more quickly so you can see how easy. We'll do this one as it's near the front. Okay, and if you do a countdown, by the way, the countdown on most of these programs start at 30 seconds. You don't want to go live until they're about 10 seconds, otherwise it's a bit too long. But here we go. Here's another one. We're going to simply move you out the way again. Okay, schedule a live stream. We're just going to do it on Facebook this time, and we'll do it for tomorrow. That's all ready. We go live stream. And now you can see there's two ones. One's going out tomorrow. You can send as many as you want to. And this is just a platform. I'm not sponsoring any particular platform, but it's one that I tend to find works really, really well. You know, and the reason I want to show that for is a lot of people are nervous about this new technology that's coming around. You don't need to be. You don't need to be. What we are finding is the big servers that have been out there for years are actually not getting the response they used to get from. So now these other platforms around, and think about it, I can send it out on 10 different platforms at any time I want to, and I can plug in there as many as I want you to go. It's really easy. And I'm going to share that with you because I know I encourage you to get involved in this technology. Don't run scared from it. And how much that one cost me? Well, that cost me around about, I think it's £20–25 a month. But the return on it is phenomenal because you can put hundreds out there. You can, as I did, you can put the company's latest video up there. You can put anything you want to in there and set the time, and it's going to go. So reason I share that with you, of course, is that stops you from having the popcorn problem because you can program. What I will say, and I'll say this probably on my grave, don't ever stop prospecting. Don't ever stop talking to people, because as soon as you do, what you don't do now is going to hurt you in 3 months' time. It's not an immediate impact. In 3 months' time, you wish you'd carry on. You know, so keep on keeping on. Do not keep opening the door on the popcorn. Just go for it because it actually works for you. Now, here's some things to steer clear away from. And the first one to steer clear away from is the quicksand crowd. Catherine, just tell me, Steph, just tell me how am I doing for time because my clock's not working.
Yeah, we're 23 minutes in, so you've got plenty of time. Okay,
thank you. Yeah. I don't want to keep you longer because that's my nemesis. Sometimes I say 20 minutes and it's like a bit longer than that. But anyway, it won't be tonight. So yeah, so the one thing you want to keep away from is the quicksand crowd. I need to understand what this, you know what quicksand is? If you stand on it, it sucks you in, it pulls you down. And if you go deep enough, you will suffocate. Well, quicksand crowd. These are the people that are going to tell you, nah, that doesn't work. Oh, you won't make any money out of that. These are all the people that sit and watch 20 hours TV a day. And they're telling you, you know, oh, it's tough out there, isn't it? I can't pay my bills. But you don't want to do that. Let me tell you, when I got involved with this business, I experienced it straight on. I got involved in network marketing when I was 17. And the reason I got involved when I was 17 is because I wanted to have a different lifestyle to what my parents could afford us. Great people, phenomenal. But my dad worked for the police force the majority of his life. And that was when it was an honor to work for them rather than actually about money. And it was always tough going. I thought I'm going to make a difference. So I want to do something different than a job, because a job stands for just over broke. And that's where it keeps you. I wanted something different. So 17, I'm going home to my mum's. I still lived at home, and then mums run the houses. And she said, you know, you left school with no qualification. I said, I know, it bored me. She said, it's not there to bore you. You've now got to get a job. Okay. Well, my careers teacher told me to be a chef. can't even cook a piece of toast. So I don't know how he got that one right, you know. Anyway, I said to my mum, said, what about being a chef then? I said, not a chance, not a chance. I said, I'm going to go and look at one of these opportunities. I was 17. And she said, what is that? I said, it's called network marketing. Said, oh, you won't make any money out of that. That never works. She hasn't got a clue in what it is, you know, but all she knew it wasn't a job. So I said, oh, I'm going anyway. So I went to this opportunity meeting, true story. And I was like 17. I came home. And when I came home, I see that the light was still on. This was gone 11 o'clock at night. So you know what that means? I'm going to get grilled. That's what it means, because my mom goes to bed before then. The light was still on. I thought, here we go. And I walked in and he said, sure it was, sat there. How did you get on? I said, it was quite interesting, yeah. I said, but you're right, I've decided to get a proper job. She said, at last you're listening to me. Thank God. That's exactly what she said. She said, what's the new job? What job are you going for then? I said, network marketing. Well, I can't tell her what she said next because there was a few choice words in there. But all I can say is at the beginning, she didn't really support the decision that I'd made. And she let me know about that. So I had to go out there and prove it worked. And I did. I did. But along the way, think about it, I was 17. I had people in my team that were 30, 40, 50, and I had to earn their respect. And the way we did it was building a team. But people saying, you can't have people that age in your team. So, well, I have. You'll never make any money while I have. I've actually been associated with this industry for like 40 years, 43 years, and I've never looked back. It's been absolutely phenomenal. When you get the quicksand crowd there, Control, Alt, Delete, gone, because they are dictating the pace of your business. Other people are dictating by you listening to what they have to say. The other one I would actually say to you about is like, who's got plan B? Most people I talk to have a plan B. Why do you have a plan A, plan B? Because A is not, just in case A doesn't work. I can guarantee you, you're just giving yourself an excuse to fail. If you really get excited about this business, plan A, go for it. That means burn the bridge, throw away the keys, get rid of the boat. You can't go backwards. I guarantee you, if I was to say to any of you tomorrow, go and recruit 5 people tomorrow at the associate level with an order, and if you do, I will give you £1,000. I guarantee you, you would all find your 3 people. I guarantee it. You know what? If someone said that to me right now, unfortunately, guys, I'd have to cut you off because I'll be out there finding my 3 people. Absolutely. Who wouldn't? The problem is that we don't think like that. We think, oh, I'll give it my best shot. Or the best one is, I'll try. You don't need to do that. You need to get laser focused, absolutely laser focused on what you want. So you need plan A, you don't need plan B. Plan B is an excuse for failure. This thing works. There's plenty of people. As look on this call now, we have got Bo, Alex. You know, we've got Luciano. We've got like Richard Anderson. We've got so many people, Marlene. We have just got so many people on here that are hugely successful. Why is it? That's because they don't have a plan B. Because plan A is their only option. And when it's your only option, think about it. Tomorrow when you wake up in the morning, think, if I actually recruit 3 people, he said I could have £1,000. Well, just go and do it for yourself. Don't do it for the £1,000. You recruit 3 people tomorrow, you look after these people, you could be in for an absolutely great future, because this business, the more you look after your team, the more you'll earn. That's the reality of it. It's all about looking after your team, developing your team. Forget about you. Forget about you. Don't make it, hey, do it for me. People won't do it for you. You should go and do it for them regarding their goals. You really should. What I would recommend you to do tonight, before you go to bed, is have a garage sale. And you might think, why am I going to need to have, what's that got to do with this business? Let me finish the sentence. Have a garage sale in your mind. That means get rid of all the junk, all the negative stuff. Don't watch the television like and see all the doom and gloom going on. whatever you say, whatever you speak, your mind is listening to you. Whatever you're speaking, it's listening. So that's what you're going to get. So get a garage sale, get in there, you know, get rid of all the junk out there. Stop watching the television for so long. Stop actually listening to people who are talking about, I haven't got enough. We can give them enough. We can help them. But you've got to get in the right place first. Have a garage sale in your mind. And what you replace it with, the thing is, you see, if you chuck all your junk out the garage, in 6 months' time, you've got another load of junk. So what you do, you throw it all out and then you start changing what goes in. Start reading the books. Go online. There's a mountain of stuff for free now online, like I've never seen in my life before. Start programming yourself. Start filling your garage full up of all this stuff that is actually good for you. And I also want to talk to you about dressing for success. And I know what you immediately all thinking. You're all thinking, oh, best suit on, hair's done. Yeah, had a shave. Yeah, that all looks good. All right, okay, I'm dressing for success. But it's not what you're wearing. It's what's in your mind. Dress for success in your mind. Program it for the result that you want to get. You know, and not everyone wants £1 million. Not everyone wants £500. Not everyone wants £200. It's whatever you want. But when you want it, focus on it. Laser focus it. Have I got a big job to do with me and my team getting to Platinum Presidential Director by December 24? It's massive. But Les Brown always said, you know, if your goal doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. This one scares me. Yeah, and it's okay because we're going to get there. I don't care because we are laser focused. But what you always need to do, it's 100% sure, is put your own oxygen mask on first. What does that really mean? Well, if you're in an aeroplane, they're going to crash. I don't know why they say it, but they say, oh, put your oxygen mask on first. You know, I don't know what that means, if it's going to get you first or the other person, but if you're going like that, it's a pretty good chance it doesn't matter, you know? But the reality is put your own oxygen mask on first. What does that mean? Well, that means program yourself for success. Get away with, completely get rid of the emotional barriers. Get rid of anything that's holding you back. Put your own oxygen mask on. That means learn the compensation plan. Go and have a look in the back office. Go and have a look in the library. Get all this right in your mind so that when you meet the person and you say, hey, then you are going to be so enthusiastic, rather than saying, you know, something like, well, I'm quite new to this business, you know, so give me a ring if you need any help. This person's brand new, and you're saying, give me a call if you need any help. Of course they need help. They haven't got a clue what to do. They've just signed a bit of paperwork, and now they're asking for you, okay, what do we do? And you say, well, give me a call if you need any help. It's like, come on. People need help. Put your oxygen mask on yourself first, because if you put your oxygen mask on, you get tooled up, you know it's the compensation plan, you actually have to know where the library is, then people are going to get confident. They're going to feel this person, my leader, they know this stuff. But if you're wearing, oh, I'm not quite sure, I've not really looked through it myself and whatever, yeah, go and have a look at it. Get excited. The biggest obstacle we have at this moment in time, in my belief, and I'm keeping on time, the thing that I believe, the worst thing we've got now is this, the cell phone. Yeah, it used to be the television. People used to watch 5, 10 hours. Now what do people do? Scroll, 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 scroll. If I wasn't so locked onto Manatech, I know the product that I would go out there and promote. It'll be head collars. You know this collar you put on? Keep your head up. Because people are walking like this, scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. There is going to be an epidemic of neck ache. I guarantee you. And I actually have a true story. I used to live in a small town. We moved recently. And I knew everyone. And I was walking through the town, and I could see this guy going like scrolling, 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 scrolling. He wasn't looking where he's going. Boom. He walked into a post and cut his head. And they had to have the ambulance for him. And that's because he had his head down, not going where he's going. Incredible. Do what you've got to do on your phone and put it out the way. because that is the biggest time stealer in the world. It used to be the television. Now it's even worse, because if you go out the house, you don't normally take your television with you. It normally stays where it is. This travels with you. Yeah. So now you can go out and you can do this, sit on a nice park bench. Yeah. No. Put it down. It's going to cost you your business. It really is. Do what you've got to deal with it. Put it to one side. Get on speaking to people. Get on doing what you've got to do. But don't sit there scrolling. Two things I want to just finish off with, actually. I want to tell you something about commitment. And the first one I want to talk to you about is, it's about a pastor. And these people lived right out in the desert. And there was a township there. And the pastor gathered everyone together. He said, guys, well, he probably didn't say guys, but he probably said, hey, guys, or hey, everybody, you know. Anyway, come together. Here's our problem. We've got a drought. And this is the biggest problem. If we don't get water in the next few days, the majority of us are going to die of thirst. So do you think we can all meet up and pray and make it rain? And they're like, yeah. They said, no, who really believes we can do this? They're like, yes. Okay, be at church, 10 o'clock, Sunday morning. If you believe we can make it rain through prayer. He got to the church on Sunday morning, people looking through the windows, everyone was there. It was solid. And so he made his way through to the front and he said to everyone, who believes we can make it rain? They're like, yeah, we can make it rain. So that's just one more time. Who believes we can make it rain? Bearing in mind, he told them they're going to die of thirst a few days ago. Yeah, we can do it. So my final question is why has no one brought an umbrella with them? Now think about that for a few seconds, you know? Yeah. Not one person brought an umbrella with them. So was the belief really there? No, it wasn't. Anyway, the last thing I'm going to leave you with, when you meet people out there in the field, when you're talking to people, they're going to tell you about their opportunity as well. People say, hey, come look at this opportunity. When you're not talking to people, they're going to ring you up and they're going to say, hey, are you interested in opportunity? And you say, no, I'm working with Manatech. I already have an opportunity. No, ours is better. The grass is greener. Come and look at our opportunity. What they fail to tell you is that under their nice green grass is a septic tank. And that septic tank is, for those of you who don't know, it's where all the waste product goes. And they've got one of these big tanks under their lawn. The grass is greener, but they've just not told you about the septic tank. Because Manatech pays out 41% in commission. The only person who can stop you getting your share of that is you. The only person who can stop you is you. No one else can stop you if you get your mind right, if you invest in your business. And it doesn't have to be thousands of pounds invest in your business. Go and have a look at the AI programs that are out there. Go and look at StreamYard. It costs virtually nothing. You could have a business that revolves 24/7. 24/7, because you can program exactly which program you want to run, exactly which time, and things I do, I alternate them. But, you know, we're doing really well. But I will not stop under any circumstances sending out information for people to look at. And one last thing, this is it. I keep doing this one last thing, but this is it. One last thing, yeah, is make sure if someone says no to you, you leave them in a comfortable position. Don't try and like hang them. Don't try and force them. If at that moment in time, the time is not right, accept it. However, circumstances change. Every time I meet somebody, if they say it's not for me, I say, can I just send you my details? Because you'll know when it's the right time to call me. No one has ever said no to me. Never, ever. It used to be easier in as much as give everyone a business card, say, ring my business card. Now most of the business is done online. But I still say, let me send you my details. You'll know when you need to call me. And like, yeah, that's fine. The longest I had from someone having a call card from me to ringing me up, and they all said the same, do you still sell that stuff? That's all they say every single time, no deviation. Do you still sell that stuff? And it's like, yeah, I still sell that stuff. The longest period I had, 8 years. Someone I give the information to, you know when to call me. 8 years later, they rang me. Do you still sell that stuff? So don't give it away. When you're talking about the people about the opportunity, if it's not the right time for them now, don't get them an arm lock or a neck lock or something like that. Say, you must buy off me. Leave them with a great experience. I guarantee you, they'll trickle back to you. They will 100%. And on that note, I'm passing over to Steph.
Thank you, Ian. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much. I hope everybody got so much value from that. There was so much content, simple things to do, simple advice. You know, honestly, Ian, it's really inspiring to hear all of that, and we appreciate your time. We know you're laser focused on getting to that goal, so we completely appreciate you taking the time out in your global business to be here with us. So I really hope everybody got great value from that. And thank you, thank you, thank you, Ian. So I just want to remind everybody that every Thursday night we have an online business introduction call. It's at 7:30 UK time and 8:30 EU time. And this Thursday it's going to be in Spanish. So we're going to have translations into English and into Portuguese. So that's every Thursday. You can bring your guests. The EPAC team are hosting that. This Friday, the 19th of April, we have Dr. Nugent for an hour at 6 o'clock UK time and 7 o'clock EU time with a presentation all around World Health Day. So the flyer has gone out. The flyer is in the Facebook group, not the Facebook group, the Facebook page, Manatech Europe. Guys, everybody, look, we've got 40 plus people on the call. Go to Manatech Europe, like the post, love the posts, add comments onto those posts to give it that Manatech Europe energy, because there's always great information there. So thank you to all of the corporate team for all of your hard work. On Sunday, the 28th of April, we have the Global Connection call. On Monday, the 29th, the next EPAC call, we're going to have a Luminovation training. So our new Luminovation K-Beauty Skincare target date to be in all of our shops. Fingers crossed, flights willing, will be on in the middle of May, May the 16th. That's the Luminovation Skincare and the Collagen Glaze. But there'll be training on that on the 29th on this Monday night call, same Zoom link. And then on the first Saturday of the month, we have our next Super Saturday training for an hour, midday UK time, 1 o'clock EU time. And then for all those people that want to come and see Steve Edwards running his 1000th marathon, that's in Milton Keynes on Bank Holiday Monday, May the 6th. So we'd love to see you all there to support Steve on his epic world marathon running, world records, whatever holding thing. We also have two promotions. We have our just started today, our buy two, get one free on the Omega 3s. I put a little product placement display there. So that's incredible for Europe whilst stocks last. Buy two, get one free promotional bundle. It's on the website now. And also we have, as I'm sure you all know, our promotion or sign up promotion. You can enroll as a Manatech associate in Europe for just £15, in Europe 20 euros. So an online business in over 40 different countries. So the sun truly never sleeps on your business. So guys, well done for being here. Thank you, Ian. Thank you to the translators, to Nuno, to Carlos. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Darren, for being here to support us. Well done, everyone, for being here. Have an amazing week, and let's smash April so that they're going to go, oh my gosh, how did Europe do that? So proud of you all. Look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care. Thank you. Good night.